Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Patreon podcast. This week, I wanted to talk about an idea floated by me by my buddy Jank Hambrams. He mentioned about saving things for you. And I think this is something that I've talked about a bit with Shaka Panda in the past, but not really independently on this. And it's something that's really important. The crux of this is to save creative projects that are just for you and not necessarily designed to be monetized or designed to be like spread out amongst the world to like grant you fame or anything like that. Just like projects that are designed just to make you happy. And I think that this is something that gets lost pretty frequently when it comes to doing like work, because it's so easy to think about, well, I can do this, and then this ties in with this other project I'm working on, and all of a sudden you're like building this huge multimedia project just because, you think you can make a couple extra bucks off of it, and maybe you can. Like, making money off of this stuff isn't the point. The point is that you are enjoying the process, and that you're enjoying, and you're getting fulfillment out of that process. Because I feel that there are times, and I love making music, but there are times where I feel like I'm making music because I need to make music, because that's kind of my creative outlet, and also the way that I make most of my creative income. And I need to keep that machine rolling. And that's not a bad thing, but it can also be really, it can really wear me down from time to time, and I can end up burning out on making music. And when that happens, and then I have to do the 2-hour track challenge or some other project, I don't have that fire within me to keep working on it. And, that's kind of what causes burnout. So I think that it's important to have projects that you just mess around with for fun, whether or not that's, the same project that or the same like discipline that you primarily do, like with music production, if you do like side projects just for fun, or alternatively, you have hobbies that aren't necessarily something that you plan on ever monetizing. Like I do woodworking from time to time. I've made little things, and like, it's a lot of fun for me to just kind of sit down and figure out how to make something work. And that does not necessarily mean that I'm going to go out and start selling these things, even though like there are a couple of things that's like, oh man, that would be kind of cool. I could probably do that. But it's like, no, I don't want to go down that road, because I, for one, I already have enough going on, and I don't need another outlet. I don't need to set up like a flippin' Etsy or something. But I also want to keep doing it just for me, because that's, the fun in it is that kind of just learning as you go, and not really having any rules or any deadlines or anybody else kind of critiquing your work. Like, I don't really post any of the stuff that I make online. I've been doing some construction stuff. I've been making a catio really for the last year when I have free time, but I've been making like essentially a freestanding structure that attaches to a window so that the cats can go out, like. And it's been fun to kind of learn how construction works and what kind of regulations and rules are prevalent when it comes to building something out of wood. And I think that it's really cool, and I'm learning a lot. But it's also like, I'm not really doing this to raise the value of the house or to get followers on social media or anything like that. I'm just doing it because it's a cool project. And hopefully in the future, the cats will love it too when I actually finish it. So yeah, I think that it's just really important, and it's really valuable to understand that you can have your creative outlet, and you can have you can monetize that and use that as like one of your ways of getting out into the world. But it's also important to ensure that when you do that, you're also reserving time to enjoy your hobby, whether that's music or painting or something else. Like, it's just so important to just understand that you don't have to always be working all the time. Excuse me. Because if you work all the time, you're going to burn out, and then you're not going to be useful to anybody. Trust me, I know. So I think that's pretty much it for this one. I know it's a bit of a shorter one, but I think that really, like, that's kind of the main point I wanted to make. It's just make sure that when you do work on stuff, make sure that you save some time to actually have fun with the things that you do. So that's it. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend and upcoming week. And thank you so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. Take care. Be remarkable.